more football games than any team in the last 20 years. They won 7 games, haven't done it in 20 years. This group of seniors has won more games than anybody in the last 30 years. So it's an outstanding bunch of seniors. They put together 3 winning seasons in a row, and that's pretty good. The senior class, we only have 1 all-conference player. I think we might have messed up. We nominated a whole bunch of seniors. We felt like we had a bunch of good seniors, and we nominated several of them. Sometimes that backfires on you don't get a whole lot in there. We got 1 all-conference player, but we got some great kids who worked awfully hard. I'd like for the seniors to come up at this time. Coach Linderfeld's going to come up and have to give out the senior awards. Let me have all the seniors who would come up front. I messed up this year. I wrote all this stuff down. I usually come up with freelancers. Y'all would stand right over here. Stand right here. I usually freelance this thing, do a lot better. I write stuff down, I get all messed up. Plus that, I can't read this print. I'm gonna have to pull out these glasses. Yeah, it's a hard time on my glasses. Okay, this group of seniors right here, like I said, was an outstanding group. We nominated most of them for all conference. They were an outstanding group of young people. I'm gonna call out each name and tell you just a little bit something about each one, very, very brief. Anthony the A-man will be first. Anthony was a 2-year starter at free safety for us, did an outstanding job. You see, he's not very big, but he did a great job for us. Thank you, Anthony. Chris Bain, first-year senior, did an outstanding job. Is Chris here? Chris isn't here. He was a first-year player, did a great job. Chris Burkhardt, 2-year starter at quarterback for us, did an outstanding job. Tim Doubt, 2-year starter linebacker. Tim was an ultimate warrior over the Thompson game. Came to the sidelines well, his face was all covered up. He looked like he'd been in a war. And he played on, did a great job for us. Thank you, Tim. Justin Gallimore. Justin was a converted defensive lineman, converted to the offensive line. Not here tonight. Did a great job for us. He's working tonight. Dale Hayes, 2-year starter defensive tackle for us. Tried to convert him to an offensive tackle, but he really loved that defense and did a great job for us. Thank you, Dale. Brad Decker, running back. Brad was our lone all-conference performer. Led the league in rushing, did a great job. Chad Hicks. Chad's working tonight. I'm going to say something about Chad anyway. Chad came out, first-year senior, did a great job for us on our special teams. Really admired the way Chad played. Jackie Johnson, quarterback. Jackie was a great player for us this year. Really stepped it up in the election game. We lost a heartbreaker around him the week before, and Jackie took it upon himself that it wasn't going to happen again. He came back and crossed behind against Lexington and did a great job on the Jackie. Thank you. Philip Love, 2-year starter, wide receiver for us. Philip did a great job. Thank you, Philip. Jeff Loveman, wide receiver. Jeff came back to us after a year or 2 off. Did a great job for us. Thank you, Jeff. David Pope. David Pope came to us. Was a little scrawny. Well, I don't know if he's ever been a little scrawny. But he was probably the weakest guy on the team. He's leaving us the strongest man on the team. David's done a great job for us. Thank you, David. David Rollins, defensive lineman, 2-year starter. Dave's not here. He did a great job for us. Adam Russell, 2-year starter on the offensive line. Did a great job. Went from tackle to center this year. Did a great job. And is going to walk on at Carolina. Been accepted on the walk-on program. I look forward to big things from Adam. Thank you, Adam. James Sebastian, 2-year starter, outside linebacker. Did a great job for us, Shane. Appreciate it. Brad Snow, starting tight end. Brad looked more like a tackle at times, but did a great job for us at tight end. Thank you, Brad. Jason Wolfall, 2-year starter, started nose guard, 2 years, then when he placed the defensive end for us, did a great job for us. We appreciate it. Last but not least, Bradley Woodring started out a little slow, maybe as his junior year, and then came on, and this year played like gangbusters. Did a great job for us. Thank you a lot, Bradley. That's our senior football player for 1996, and if they'll stay up here, we'll give the MVP. The MVP this year is a young man I think you all know. A lot of things you might not know about him. I got a whole page of stuff here about it. Number one in this class. Over 4.0 grade point average in the last 4 years. Number one tailback in the Central Carolina. He's all-time leading rusher for East Davidson High School career. 3,855 yards. He's the number one scorer. 33 touchdowns. He has perfect attendance for the last 4 years. He's all-conference tailback for the last 2 years. He has never missed a play because of injury. Had a broke hand as a freshman or sophomore. Didn't miss a play. He had a 7.6 career rushing yard average. He was number 5 in the state of North Carolina rushing last year. And he's our MVP, Brad Hedley. And our trophy case. We're going to be in control of mine. Oh, she gave it to us. Thanks, man.
Well, wrestling this year, 1995-96, was just a great year, fantastic year at East Davidson. This team won their 4th consecutive conference championship. Another first for us this year, we beat Davie County for the first time. Davie County was, by the way, the defending 4A state champions. We beat them in state school. This team also finished 2nd in the state in duels. We were trying to defend our state championship from last year, and we went up to North Wilkes and we lost a hard decision up there, 28-26. This team did some other things that were worse for our program. They scored the most points we ever had scored in our individual state tournament. We scored 54 points, finished 8th. We also won the regional championship by a pretty big margin this year. This year's team did a fantastic job. Now, like for all those boys who wrestled for us, JV and varsity, please stand. Before I say anything else about the team, I'd like to thank a few people first. First to my right, Coach Brian Lingerfeld, Coach Phil Canoia, for all the hard work and dedication. Without them, we would not have been as successful as we were this year. I'd also like to thank the administration and the faculty for all they've done for East Davidson's wrestling team this year. Got some girls out there, I hope, that help with wrestling as far as keeping score and being wrestlerettes for us. I'd like to thank them also. One man I don't want to leave out is the man who's on film. He's filming over there to the right. Mr. Paul Logan did our filming for us this year. I'd like to thank him for all the things he's done for us in the past years. Also, don't want to forget, give a special thanks to the East Davidson Booster Club. Every time we had a match here, they always had the hot dog stand open for people who could eat, get something there. Also, we had a chance to sponsor some of the dual matches here, and they did a fantastic job letting us set up and sponsor those matches here, because all the snow we had and everything sort of messed up the schedule. One last person I'd like to thank, a very special person to me, and that's my best supporter, that's my wife, Karen, who puts up with me during the wrestling season, and to her I'll give a very big thank you. This year the JV team had a great year also. They were undefeated in dual matches, and they won all the tournaments they went to. And in the future looks very good for us. And hopefully keep the tradition of East Davidson wrestling going for years to come. I'd like to recognize this year's JV most outstanding individual, and that's voted on by the team. This year it goes to Dwayne Faircloth. Now just a little bit about the varsity team this year. As I said, the regular season we're undefeated. We were ranked number 1 all year long in the Matthews. We won our 4th consecutive conference title. But I guess one of our biggest problems we had this year was the weather. And I know all the teams had to put up with that, but it sort of put a damper on things we had planned. So we go to North Wilkes after we get through the first couple matches here in East Davidson. We get up there, we wrestle Dixon, and we beat them, I guess, pretty soundly. And we go to North Wilkes match against West Henderson. And, I mean, if you were there, you'd understand what I'm trying to tell you on this. Those boys gave everything they had. Even though they didn't come out winning that match, they gave it all. That brings to the senior group I'm getting ready to talk about now. They provided great leadership. And they've been a fantastic coach to be involved with it. Just think about it. They came in 4 years ago, and they went to the Final Four all 4 years. They're going to leave here. They had 2 state championships, a runner-up, and a top 4 finish. Nothing to sneeze at. I'd like to recognize a few boys now who made all conference. Coach Lingenfeld's going to come up, and he's going to give you a certificate that's been trained. So when I call your name, please come up and receive your certificate. At 103-pound class, Dennis Pittman. By the way, we had 9 making all conference. At 119-pound class, Doug House. (125-pound class, Jeff Lohman. By the way, Jeff Lohman was second runner-up player of the year in the conference. 130-pound class, Chad Brinkley. 140-pound class, Chris Burkhardt. 145-pound weight class, Brad Moore. Brad did a great job for us here, finished 3rd in the state individual tournament. 152-pound weight class, Shane Sebastian. 160-pound weight class, Roger LaGuardia. I think you probably had to work. 171-pound weight class, Daryl Childress. And by the way, Daryl finished 4th in the state individual tournament. We also had 2 boys on the recognize these young men are up here who made all-state, honorable mention on the state wrestling recognition, and that was 112-pounder Doug House and 145-pounder Brad Moore. Now, if all the rest of them would sit down, some of the seniors, please. Again, these seniors are very special to us. Two of them we had to get off the basketball court after their freshman year. They didn't make the basketball team. They're standing up here, and I'm sure glad they didn't make the basketball team. But I got some other seniors I want to recognize, and if those will please come up and receive their plaques from Mr. Lingerfeld. First senior, Dennis Pittman. Jeff Loman. Chris Burkhardt. Shane Sebastian. Tim Dow. Brad Stowe. And Adam Russell. I think we have one senior not here tonight, and that's Aaron Kennedy. Is he here? Okay. And I had one senior wrestlerette, and I'm glad these girls we could put on a match, but nobody can score. And that, our senior this year is Jamie Fleming. Is she here? I'll see they get those tomorrow. Thank you, seniors, for a job well done. Now for this year's MVP in varsity wrestling. This individual has worked hard for 4 years in our program. He's qualified for the state for 2 years. He was very dedicated and the type of kid that you love to coach because he always put the team first. He always came up and said, "Coach, what can I do? How can I make the team better?" This year's MVP, as voted on by the team members, is Shane Sebastian.
First thing I like to say is I like to thank Coach Ward for him allowing me to coach golf this year. It was real excited for me to be able to go out there and play a little golf. So. These two guys out here, I'd like to thank the administration for being patient because with golfers we have to get out of school early and have to work around some schedules. I want to thank the faculty and the staff for working with our golfers. Had to do a little project, get some to make some more good, but I thought the boys handled it in a very cool way. I'd like to thank Colonial Country Club for allowing us to use their facilities. It's really nice for us to be able to go to a nice place and play golf and practice out there. It'll be a real inconvenience for them. Thank them again. We were very successful this year. You can see by the display of the banners we have. We won the conference championship, the regional championship. Winning is real nice and everything, but the thing I'm most proud of with these guys I worked with this year was how they handled themselves in matches. They didn't do anything to embarrass their family or their parents or the school, which can be seen a lot sometimes in golf because in golf you have to play your foul balls. People mess up, it's hard for them to control themselves and their temper. So I was really proud of our guys. I think that's one big thing we're trying to teach here. I'd like to have the golfers stand at this time, be recognized. Said it's an excellent group to work with. I like for our all-conference performers to be recognized. I gave one of their certificate today because he came by and seen me, and the other one left school early, and then the other one didn't come by and see me, so you'll get yours tomorrow if you come by. Jason McPherson, who's a senior for us. Stand up, Jason. John Carter, who's a freshman, and Chad Wilfong, who's a freshman. They were all conference performers. I'd also like to recognize that Chad Wilfong this year. He was the conference player of the year, so had an average of 74 for us, and
had a big role in us winning those 2 banners up there. Chad, you come forward and set the flag. All right, now we're going to recognize the seniors if they come forward to accept their senior flags. The first year senior, he played football for me and wrestled for me for the last 3 years. 4th year, he enjoyed to work with. He said he wanted to learn how to play golf. I didn't think he was going to make the team, but he found a way to do so. First would be Shane Sebastian. The next one is, he came up to me, he's been playing golf here at East Station for 4 years. It was something I was going to do as a golf coach. It was great to see somebody take some leadership role as a senior and come up and say, Coach, I think we need to wear khaki pants and look real nice, just like defending conference championship. And I thought that was great for him. Real step for maturity, Charlie Tremble. Last senior I'd like to recognize is one that's probably our steady and most consistent player here at East Station for the last 4 years, not just this season, but the last 4 years. He's had a lot of accomplishments and great talent. He's also our most valuable golfer voted on by the team, Jason McPherson.
Student athlete. This young man is ranked number 2 in his class. He participated in soccer and in golf before he rated. The sophomore student athlete is a young lady who participated in 3 sports. She is number 4 in her class. She participated in volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and softball in the spring. Haley Sutton. The junior winner is also a young lady. She participated in basketball in the winter and in track in the spring. I think she's also number 4 in her class, Allison Springer. This next young man has already received this award 3 times. This will be his 4th time. When Coach Williamson came to me several months ago and asked me what I thought about his football jersey, number 21, I was hesitant in answering positive to that. It's something that is difficult to really honor somebody above and beyond other people. But Brad, where are you at? This is what makes the difference in my mind. It's not how many touchdowns you scored or how many yards you gained. It's the fact that you came to school every day, and you did your work. You're number 1 in your class all 4 years. And the things that you have done, you have accepted. Humility and humble about it. In my perspective, that's the thing that makes a difference. Brad Davidson. These next awards are loyalty awards. They are also very special to me. There are 4 of them this year, 2 for young men and 2 for young ladies. This first young man is a very special young man. He is an outstanding student. He is an outstanding citizen. He has been a leader. He has set fine examples for us all in his 4 years at East Davidson. He has made very wise decisions. And in being a parent, you hope that your own children will do as this young man does. Jackie Johnson. The same can be said about this next young man. I went to school with his daddy, and this young man is also a fine student. He's a fine citizen. He has been a leader at East Davidson the 4 years that he's been here. Chris Burkhardt. The next 2 loyalty awards go to young ladies, and I can say no less about either one of these 2. They are both outstanding young women. They have been very fine examples for us all in the classroom, in the hallways, and around the school. They are very positive. I appreciate them very much. First is Karen Corrales. The next loyalty award, again, goes to a young lady who is a fine student, a fine model for us all. She's a fine citizen, Melinda Rousseau. This next award is a new one. It's something that I just observed and watched and felt like this young man needs some recognition. As far as I know, his name's never been in the newspaper. I think he made the baseball team as a freshman. He didn't make it as a sophomore. He didn't make it as a junior. But Coach Carrico told him that if he'd help out and a uniform became available, he'd let him wear it. And it became available, he's wearing it. And I've watched him sweep out the dugouts, chase foul balls, carry trash to the dumpster, and be happy being a member of the East Davidson baseball team. This is Athletic Director's Award to Jason Craig. Next are sportsmanship awards, one for a young man and one for a young woman. These also are very special people. This is a very special senior class. This young man and this young lady are particularly good students, particularly good citizens. I have never seen nor heard a complaint, nor whine, nor anything other than positive comments and positive contributions come from either one. The winner of the Sportsmanship Award for the young men is Adam Russell. And the winner of the Sportsmanship Award for the young ladies is Ashley Ward. The two awards that are left are Eagle Awards for Best All-Around Athlete, one for a young man and one for a young woman. The young lady who will receive this has participated in 3 sports for 4 years at East Davidson. She has earned 4 letters. She has earned a letter in tennis. She has been the second runner on the cross-country team. She has been a valuable member of the basketball team, and this year is an all-conference softball player. She, again, is a very hard-working, sincere young lady, and she always leaves us with a smile. Anna Hurley. The Eagle Award for the young men, I don't know that we can say any more about it. Brad Hayden. I think that you can see that we have some very special young people at East Davidson High School. This senior class in particular is very special. Outstanding students and citizens and young people that we can be proud of. I'm very proud to be associated with them. They don't know that I'm watching them all the time. Most all the time I'm watching them wherever they are. Amazing what I can see from the tractor riding around sometimes. I appreciate you, young ladies and young men, a great deal. Mr. Terrell has a few words to say and some certificates to pass out.
I have the honor and the privilege of being able to represent the North Carolina High School Athletic Association in this particular effort. There are some things, Dan, the association does about scheduling baseball that none of us like. But there are some things the association does in recognizing the young men and young women in our state as scholar athletes. And we have the privilege tonight to be able to recognize 5 of our fall sports teams that will be recognized as receiving a team award. The membership of each one of these teams, their GPA, total GPA at an average of at least a 3.1 or more. I'd like to ask at this time if the varsity cheerleading squad would stand up. I'd like to ask Coach Jones if she would come forward and on behalf of the team accept this certificate from the State of North Carolina High School Athletic Association for a Scholar Athlete Team Award. Individual members will be issued their certificates at school tomorrow. Congratulations. I would like to ask at this time for the girls' varsity basketball team to please stand. It's been said tonight that winning is not always the most important thing. Being a winner is. The girls' varsity volleyball team, would you please stand? The girls' volleyball team is also recognized as receiving a state team award for high academic standards. I'd like to ask Coach Ward if she would come, she's not here, Ms. Burleson, if you come forward and accept this certificate, and individual members will receive a certificate tomorrow for team award. Congratulations to you. I'd like to ask the girls' tennis team to stand. Girls varsity tennis team this year is recognized by the state as having an excellent academic record during their sports participation season. And I'd like to ask Coach Tucker if she has, if not, she's got, oh, Ms. Burleson, come on back up. Coach Tucker has received this certificate on behalf of the team. Individual members will receive their certificates tomorrow. And last but not least, I'd like to ask the cross-country team if it would please stand. Cross-country. Ladies cross-country. I think you're all together, aren't you? Ladies cross-country. I got. Here we go. Ladies cross-country. Guess what? They were recognized by the state of North Carolina as having high academic achievement and received a team award as Coach We have a number of certificates from the association for individuals, and not to run them through, not to make take any time away from things. I know, as Coach Ward has said, that you are tired of sitting, but I would like to ask these folks who will be recognized as individual scholar athletes for having a 3.5 or better average from the fall sports seasons. I call your name if you would come forward, and Mr. Holmes will give you this certificate and pick it up and continue to stand until all have been recognized. We appreciate it. Scholar athlete in the area of cross country, Brinley Berry. Also in cross country, Brandy Gallimore. Jennifer Hunt in cross country. In cheerleading, Natasha Green. Also in cheerleading, Karen Bluetta. Two other cheerleaders who are not with us, Meredith Stewart and Stephanie Mash. Also, Ashley Ward. In tennis, Courtney Barker. Excuse me, Courtney. In basketball, Karen Collins. Also in basketball, Anna Chrisman. Emily Hill. Kim Nance. Haley Southern. Allison Sprinkle. In volleyball, Desiree Geyer, Heidi McGuire, Aaron, and then also football, Andy Beal. On the wrestling team, Chad Brinkley. On wrestling also, John Causey. In wrestling also, Shane Sebastian. In wrestling, Brad Hagler. I'm sorry, basketball. Why not? You might as well be on the wrestling team too. I apologize for that. In basketball, Jackie Johnson. In soccer, men's soccer, Eric Bever. Also in men's soccer, Brad Goins. Keith Meadows. Josh Morris. Corey Reagan. Ben Terrell. Thomas Vinson. And last but not least, Josh Yates. As Mr. Ford says from time to time, these folks work hard on the field and they work hard in their books. And that's why we are here. Congratulations to all of you from the State Athletic Association for your individual awards and your achievement of a 3.5 or better average during your sports season in the fall sports. Thank you. You may be seated.